Hey everybody, welcome to Building Me. Today we're talking about growth, mine personally, and how YouTube, or I want to say how social media in general, changed my life. But we're going to talk about YouTube mostly. Actually, I wanted to make this a YouTube video, but then I thought about how social media in general changed my life, but we'll make it both. How YouTube and other platforms changed my life. Today is October 17th, 2024. June of this year, I reached 1,000 subscribers, and I have not been active on YouTube since March of this year. So March, April, May, June, 3, 4 months later, I hit 1K, and it was a great milestone. But I wasn't feeling. It's not that I didn't feel like I deserved it. I just felt like I wasn't doing enough. So I'm all about consistency. Even though I kind of lack it, I always one thing that I'll do is always show up. I know I'm consistent, but I'm not consistent. Whereas you see something from me every week. You'll see something from me every week, maybe like 3 times a week. But after like week three, I'll go ghost, not on purpose. It's just because I don't make enough time to film enough to content batch enough content to go out that fourth, fifth, sixth week for me to come back. So that can be something that like reflects my appearance. It's just all about living up to it and continuing to do it and not giving up, because at the end of the day, I will see the results that I've been praying for. But yeah, YouTube. I created a YouTube account second year of university. It was a few days before like university started, and I remember just being in my bed. I had this video ready to post, but it was not my best, and I was like going back and forth about posting it, and eventually I ended up posting it because I knew if I did not post that night, it was even late. I think it was either past 12 or like a bit before 12. I knew that even if I did not post that video that night, nobody would know who Gloria Izide is. So I posted it regardless of whatever it gave, and it got a lot of good feedback. But that's not even the point. I did it because I just felt like this pull, this urgency, to make a YouTube channel. Like, I feel like God has called me to be in social media world, whether that's like content creating content for people. I'm not sure exactly what is for me yet, because if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you will see me doing so many different things. That's because I can't really choose, and I don't really want to, because there's just too many things for me to just stick to one. I love fashion, so I love to do like try on hauls sometimes. I love to eat, so sometimes you'll see me do like food reviews. I love fragrances. I love traveling. I don't travel much, but where I do travel, I travel. So those things like that. So I'm also in real estate, so now that's a whole other thing that I do that sometimes throws people off when I post like an informative content on Instagram. They're like, "Why are you posting this?" Girl, I'm in real estate. At least now you know. I wear many hats basically. I'm also a marketing assistant. Part of when I got my real estate license, I kind of shied away from posting about it, but the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, okay, this is more for me to stay consistent. Like, now I have zero excuses to post on social media and to stay consistent. YouTube has taught me a lot mentally. Before I hit 1,000 subscribers, I was longing so hard for 500. I thought I was gonna be that girl and I was gonna get like 500 subscribers or 1K subscribers in less than a year. Like, I really wanted that for myself, but because I saw it for other people. And if God can bless one person that way, He can bless me the same way, right? But it didn't happen. 5 years later, or maybe almost 5 years later, I get 1K. So I think I was just upset because of how long it took me to get 1K. But I also watched this video I think last month or 2 months ago, and he was talking about how long it takes someone to actually get monetized. If you don't have 40,000 watch time, just forget it. But to get 40,000 watch time, do you know what you have to do? You basically have to make like post a video every single day or at least once a week for you to even reach that goal in 1 year. Because it also depends on like how long your video is too. If your video is 8 minutes, you have to make more and post more every single week. So it's not an easy task. So kudos to those that can do it. And And then some people can just post one video, they blow up the next, not even the next day, but the next week. And then sometimes YouTube can be weird because you post one video, you see no results, or you see like a few views. Next month, you get almost 10K. Like that happened to one of my videos. I saw no, like, I didn't see the results I wanted to see. It was my fasting video. I did a fasting video, this was like years ago. And I think after months, almost a year, it finally hit 1K. I think it's more than 1K now, but I was like shocked because what made people click on that video how many months later? But I get it, like YouTube is something that's going to be there for a long time, so I need to make more content that people are going to want to see, even in like 5 years, even in like 1 year, even in like 10 years. YouTube has helped me do so many things, and it's taught me so many things just through that and watching other people grow. In the beginning, I didn't want it for the wrong reasons. I wanted it because I had this like longing, this like urgency to be on this platform and to just be in this like creative space. And then after months of not seeing the results that I thought I was going to get right away, I kind of got discouraged, and I was like copying other people's videos and doing what I thought was going to work for me, but it didn't work for me. So I think I've gone through many, many, many years of like trial and error. I'm trying to re-navigate and see what will work for me long term. It's still a trial and error. I've dedicated time because I think about YouTube every single day. I've dedicated time and I've tried to like read the algorithm, learn from other people, what they're doing, what works for them, etc. But I haven't like done the work for myself. That's why it's still a trial and error for me, like 5 years later, still on YouTube. I'm not really ashamed to go back. I can come back to YouTube and be like, hey guys, what's poppin'? I'm back. But one thing I don't like is when people like start something and they don't finish it. A great example is a lot of people were creating YouTube channels in COVID, like during the COVID period. So many people, people were just bored in their house, which is fine, but like stick to it. Consistency is the hardest. I think that's the hardest thing in life. They don't teach it enough in school, or as they should, but I think if you can master consistency, then you can master anything. There was many, many, many times that I thought I was gonna blow up on YouTube because I thought I was copying someone else who did blow up. So just because it worked for them does not mean it was going to work for me. And I didn't know that till after so many heartbreaks that YouTube has given me. Like YouTube has been a love and a hate relationship for me and YouTube. But I think it's tough love just because it's trying to, not it, but God used YouTube to mold me, to build me, to learn more about myself mentally, about the creative space. And yeah, there's not a day that does not go by that I'm not thinking about either YouTube or creating that makes me stand out. And it's still a continuous, process, but we will continue to live it out until we blow. And obviously the end goal is not to blow, but again, consistency. When you're consistent, you're going to see. I think now what I'm aiming more for is a community. So if you don't know, Building Me is here. And if you want to, build through experiences, growth, habits, the grace of God, because we need that and we already have that. He gave us the grace. He died on the cross for us so that we can live on this earth, and he did not condemn us. So that alone should be enough for you to want to live and to do what you are called to do. But thank you, God, for all that you've done, for bringing me to this point, for the mindset that I have. I feel like I'm continuing to grow every single day, but I'm learning so much about people, about social media, about life, and it's all about reshaping my mind. And the greatest lesson I have learned through social media, because of social media, through life and through so many other things, is not to be offended by what anybody says, or not to be offended by people. Whether it's what they say, what they do, what they don't do, do not be offended, because we don't know why they did what they did. I had to reshape my mind and train my mind to not be offended by what this person did or did not do. And it helped me because when I did that, I was able to worry about something else, because that's out of my control. And the more you let go of the things you cannot control, the more you are at peace. When you have so much anger, so much hate, on the things you can't control, you have no peace. Be at peace with life, with what they did not do. You're going to be in a much better headspace and a much better journey when you do that. And that's where I'm at. I'm not, when people do things that I question, when people do things that, I'm like, you know, you know, I just let it go. Or, I mean, I'll think about it for a bit, but then one thing I like that I do is I think about all the scenarios, or I try to think about all the scenarios about why they did what they did. Let it go, okay? Let it go and let God. Vengeance is His, says the Lord, okay? So yeah, those are the things. There's a bunch more things, but mentally, YouTube, the creative space, it has changed my mindset for the better, and I am so grateful for it. It's taught me that your time will come. Everybody's time will come. As long as you love what you do, and as long as you believe in what you do, and you're passionate about what you do, and you keep showing up for yourself, showing up even when you don't want to, creating a community as you're growing, it's gonna come, baby. It's going to, I don't even know why I said baby, but it's going to come. It's going to come. Just keep holding on, keep the faith, just keep believing and don't give up. That's all for today, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. See ya. Bye.